Happy Sunday to everyone. I'm finally getting on here to do a little video and show you girls who bought the paper share what to do with your kit that I included in your paper share. I included a kit for another idea on how to do a 6x6 one sheet wonder. I have a confession. A long time ago, when they first came out with the 6x6 papers, I was not a big fan. I didn't know what to do with them. But I'm going to show you lots of ideas of how to use them. Plus, I'm going to go over the directions for the one that I included in the kit with the paper share. Now, those paper shares are all completed. Some of you already got them. I was waiting for some bags to arrive, and they came yesterday, so everything is ready. If you haven't gotten yours, they're ready. If you ordered in the last class, that order came yesterday as well, so everything is ready for pickup, or I will drop off if I get your way. And hi Ann, and hi Diane. I'm glad somebody's watching. I've been wanting to do this for several days, and I finally got a day where I'm just gonna do it. I was feeling like maybe I didn't have everything ready. So first of all, we're gonna go over the one sheet wonder, and I'm gonna show you how to use another one of your printed papers that's in your pack of paper shares to make a one sheet wonder. But this is one of the cards to your one sheet wonder, and this is the other. I used Real Red and Garden Green on these. So there's a little bit of cutting. I did give you directions for all the contrasting pieces that I used and what I used on these, although from card to card you can use different things, and I'll show you that. I have a piece from the Gilded Autumn set that I'm going to show you how to cut that, actually cut that. So this is the inside. I used Very Vanilla for my my inside color rather than Whisper White, because that is the color in this Toile Tidings printed paper. And so one of the skinny pieces I put right across here. You could put it across the bottom, or you could use it for a different card, but I try not to waste anything. This piece right here is 1/2 by 5 1/4 of the contrasting card stock, and that is Real Red. It's the most wonderful time of year. That is from the stamp set that if you are wrapped in Christmas, I believe. If you are in the Moveless, getting that Moveless kit and involved with that live Moveless event, you'll be getting this stamp set. So that is where that came from. And then these are the nested, I can't remember the name right now, but anything you have a question about, I do have some of, it's the nested label dies. It's listed on your direction sheet. So this piece right here, I cut a 4-inch piece off of my 6x6. And then cut it to 5 1/4. So you had 3/4 of an inch by 4-inch left on that one. And then the other part that is left, I cut a 1 1/2 inch strip by 5 1/2, and I'll show you that as I cut this Gilded Autumn. This is the other card. I used a contrasting cardstock here in the back, and I added a little ribbon, and this circle is from the Tasteful Label dies and the stamp is again from the Wrapped in Christmas. I used the Woodland embossing folder on this one. One of the things that I want to show you is a boo-boo that I did, and I'm not sure, one or two of you might have gotten a boo-boo cut, and hopefully I added the correct pieces. So when you're cutting your 6x6, you really have to watch your direction that your pattern is going. See how I cut this second one the wrong direction. Now that can be fixed very easily by making your cross piece a little shorter and then putting the direction of your stamping inside the other direction. So I did add a little bling on this one, but just to beware, to think about that when you're cutting your 6x6, if it is a pattern that has a direction, which I'm going to show you that on the Gilded Autumn. And this is the other piece then for the one that I cut wrong, how it came out. But you can always fix things. Nothing is ever really wrong. You can always fix them and turn things around. So I just did the embossing the other direction, and then you can put a tag on there. So let me get to the Gilded Autumn. One of the things I want to go over is all your labels on your 6x6 packs for your paper. Have a label that I typed up that gives the name of the paper and the colors that match. So this one, Cajun Craze, Crumb Cake, Early Espresso, Mint Macaron, and Berry Vanilla are all matching colors. So that's what I used to pick my cardstocks. So with the Gilded Autumn, I chose Cajun Craze for my cardstock bases, and those are 8.5 by 5.5. And then you do fold them. The inside I did not do for this one. I just decided on this morning, but you would use Very Vanilla on this one because that is your background color. So this is the card that gets the 4 by 5.25 inch piece of cardstock on. So we want to look at our 6x6 and see where we're going to cut. Our 4-inch cut is the first cut you cut on these for this particular pattern. So if I was holding it this way, then my design would go the opposite way. Of course, you could always turn it this way, but my plan is to have it go this way. So my 4-inch cut is going to be here. And I am going to line this up here at the 4 and cut straight across. So now we have this piece, which is too long, and we're going to cut it off at 5.25. Now, on this side, it doesn't go that far, but over here, it does go to 5.25. Okay, so that is my first piece for my card. And I have this piece left over. I can use that on something else, or I can put it on the inside just for a little decoration. So then you're going to cut, and I chose the Mint Macaron on this one. You're going to cut a 1/2 inch by 5.25 I stamped in Early Espresso, and I used the label from Tasteful Label Dies. The stamp itself is from Country. I'm looking around here. I get things laid out and ready, and then when I get on these videos, I can't see the pieces that I need. But Country Home, I believe, is the name of this Thankful. I think what happened is I used it. It's the one with the milk can. That's where that stamp came from. So putting those together, you could add a little bling. You could add you could pop this up on dimensionals. You could add some little blings on each side of here. You could add some ribbon. I have this Early Espresso ribbon. I could add a piece of that on there. But that is the first card that you can make with your 6x6 one sheet wonder. And here is the second one. We're going to take this piece that's left over, and we're going to cut it at 1.5. And right like this. And again, it makes a big difference if you cut that first cut going the right direction. So you're going to have this piece left over. I think they look pretty inside the card. And then this goes on here. Now this is 6x6, remember, so we need to cut this off at 5.5. I'm hoping that this helps you when you look at your directions that I put in your bags with your paper shares. And sorry I keep bumping that. Hopefully I'm not making you seasick. So you have another little piece left. So I did emboss this piece with the pine wood planks to show you how that looks a little bit different. I used mint macaron for my background piece here, and that is 5.5 by 1 3/4. And then you chose another word from Country Home again to put the words on with. And what I would do here, I have this ribbon that I pre-cut for something else and had too much cut short. So I'm going to take my short pieces, and isn't that pretty on the back of that Gilded Autumn also? And we're going to put these pieces. So all of our boo-boos, all of our miscuts, all of our extra pieces, and I'm kind of doing this backwards, we can use them one way or another. Some of my pieces I donate to Elder Day, where I work sometimes part-time, and those residents like to make, or those members like to make cards also. So I'll pull that around. I know right now, because of COVID, they're not accepting magazines or anything, and I don't think I have enough for a nice bow, but I can tie that around, and then I'll trim that. I do have a pair of scissors. So that's an idea of what you can do with some of your paper shares. And then I have some samples here. So you have if you got the paper share last time, you have the directions for that one. Also on this tag, you could put a little bling. These two cards, I'm going to give away. If you like and share on this, or if you like and comment on this video, I'll do a drawing as I have before, and someone will get these two cards. So what I'm going to do now, I was playing around a little bit with the whale bundle. And this is not a one-sheet wonder, but isn't this cute? I got to making a lot of cards. You can fold this flat to go in a regular size envelope. And then when the person gets it, they can stand it up. And I may do a video. It's been done a number of times by different people. But I want to show you some ways that you can use 6x6 pieces. Now this one, I used scrap pieces from my 6x6. I cut them out with a small rectangle. You put the 4. This is the seabed embossing folder here in the background, and then I used 2 contrasting colors that are listed there. Made the tag the same size as these 4 printed papers. This is a way you can use up some of your printed papers. For this one, I cut my 6x6. This is a 3-inch square. I can make 4 cards exactly like this with that particular 6x6. So I cut 4 3-inch squares, and I made the background 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. I used a contrasting color. Again, I used the seabed embossing folder for the background. Here is another one that takes these 2 pieces are 3 by 4. This was a scrap piece. I believe it was 2 inches wide that I used, and you can get all of that. You can get more than one out of a 6x6. I'm just not sure exactly how that worked out, but there is another idea you can use with your 6x6. And here are the other 4 pieces from that 3x3 square card. Here is one using one of the papers in the whale paper that is a 4 by 5 1/4, and you would get that if you cut it like I showed you on the directions for this 6x6. Just some ideas to show you how you can use your 6x6 papers. This was from the previous paper share. This is not in the one you're getting now, but you can do this with any of your printed papers. So this one is a 3 by, I believe it's 5, so you can get 2 exactly like this out of one of your pieces of 6x6 paper, and then the inside, or the bottom half of this, I'm trying to remember exactly now. My measurements are here. That is 1, 2, that piece, that printed piece is 4 1/2 long, 1.5 inches across the bottom that you could use there. And then this is another one that I made. This is a special fold. This is a 2-inch piece. I believe this is a little wider than 2, and no, that's a 2-inch piece also. So you would get you get 3 2-inch strips out of a 6x6 sheet of paper. So you could make a card like this. You could make a couple cards that are just like this. This is using a 2-inch wide strip of paper. So I have some other examples here of different cards of how you can. This one is a 4 by 3, so you could get 2 cards like that out of your printed paper. You could do a card like this, because these are just small. I'm not very good with my measurements. That is a 1 by 2 inch. So some of your short pieces, some of your extra pieces that are left when you cut your 6 by 6, you could use and make a card similar to this. Here is another card that is made with a 2-inch strip. You could make 3 cards similar to this out of your 6 by 6 papers. This is another one using a circle. This one was not made by me, but I love it, and I'm sure you could get 4 of these, I believe, out of a 6 by 6, because that would cover your 3-inch square. Let's see here. Yeah. So you could get 4 cards like this out of one 6 by 6 sheet of paper. If anybody has any questions about these, but I've really learned to love the 6 by 6. As I said earlier, I wasn't a big fan when it started out, but I've learned all kinds of ways to use them. Here's another example of how you can use those 2-inch strips. And this one, I believe, is a 1.5-inch strip, so you could get 4 of those out of a 6 by 6 sheet of paper. So the other things I wanted to remind you, Tuesday, September 8th and Thursday, September 10th is our next monthly card class. Beginning of September, September 1st, everyone will be able to order the new Stampin' Cut and the plates that go with it. Up until now, we haven't been able to order those. Thursday, September 24th, I'm going to have a fall sampler class, and that will be at 2 and 6. I'm working on the plans for that. I don't have that quite ready to show you what that's going to be. Going to have a Christmas card class on October 22nd. That's a Thursday. The details are coming for that, but you'll make either 5 or 10 Christmas cards, and then you'll get 2 free tags with that. If you got bonus coupons in August, you need to use those during September if you haven't already. Here's a new promotion by Stampin' Up! For September. It's called a Get and Go Starter Kit. This would be if someone is going to sign up as a demonstrator, either just as a hobby or to sell Stampin' Up! Or have classes like I do. So for $99, you would get $125 worth of product, plus the Queen Anne's lace stamp set, plus So Much Love stamp set, a pack of jewels, and then you'll be getting these pre-cut card bases to make to get you started. 8 pre-cut paperbacks to make 8 cards of these 2, Granny Apple Green and Coastal Cabana. So that is the new promotions. I think that I've told you just about everything. The birthday card swap is due for September 8th or 10th, whichever class you come to. You can bring those. If you're not able to come, please get them to me by then. We're making 20 cards for that birthday card swap. And I didn't check my, I think this Tuesday, in 2 days, is the deadline to sign up for that birthday card swap. But right now we have 19. I think 20 will make it for us as far as signing up for that. You still have a few days left in August to enter the Christmas card challenge to make a Christmas card with a non-Christmas stamp and post it to be entered to win a free pack of ribbon. So thank you all for joining me, and have a wonderful rest of the day.